Welcome to Resilience Redefined. I'm your host, Michael Osterlink. This show is about building better humans, institutions, and systems. On the show, I'll be interviewing many different experts from across many different fields, including human optimization, health and fitness, team building, mind-body medicine. In the institutional space, we're looking at different institutions and how we can create new ones, new models and maps, including in medicine, in education, in intelligence community, in law enforcement, in the military, especially in the special operations community. Thanks for being here and enjoy the show. Hey y'all, today I'm going to dive into the psychological aspect of resilience, the second pillar of our program here. And I'm going to dive into a very particular piece of it. It's more of the psychological piece and character piece specific to affirmations. Like, how can you affirm yourself to be the person you want to become? It's a practice I have clients do on a daily basis, but it's not magical thinking. It's not that you just say, I'm more loving, I'm more caring, I'm more compassionate, I'm stronger, I'm healthier. That is not enough. It's not enough to say these things. Let me walk you through as one example of what I do. I talk about from abstract to concrete. So all my clients, I have them do affirmations on a daily basis, but it has to be something that's meaningful for them, something they want to embody, something they're willing to create disciplines around. So abstract to concrete. Let me give you an example. If a client said to me, my affirmation this day or this particular week or for the month is I want to be more present with my spouse. It's awesome. Great. I love that. Go ask your spouse, what would be being present for her or him to, in the case for you to them? They have a conversation with their spouse and their spouse says, oh, here's 2 more characteristics. I like your 4. Here's 2 more. Great. Now you have 6 characteristics from abstract to very concrete behaviors, which indicate to you and indicate to them, because they shared them with you and they agree with yours, that you're being more present in your conversations with them. Great. So in the first thing in the morning, you do your affirmation, your abstractness, I want to be more present, and then you list out the character traits. Great. Now, this is the important piece, is not just like, I just did that for 2 minutes. Awesome. And there's other aspects of the process there. I actually bring in the body into this process too, so you're embodying it, but you'll learn more about that when you decide to work with me. But the important piece is like, okay, at the end of the day, I reflect back on the day. I have a journal that I have clients do. It's the beginning of the day, the end of the day, and the end of the day, part of it's reflecting back on the day. And you ask yourself the question, not to beat yourself up, but like, how well did I do embodying that affirmation? Did I live into those 5 character traits? And that could also lead to a really important, crucial conversation with your spouse. Hey, hun, hey, how did I do today being present with you? Well, not so great. Like, you had your phone, you weren't looking at me, you didn't actively listen, you weren't repeating back what you heard me say. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, I got to do better tomorrow. Not to beat yourself up. And it's interesting because I have clients who do beat themselves up, and that becomes grist for our mill. Oh, that's useful information for me to know. We can work on that. Like, what's the underlying voices behind you that lead you to beat yourself up? The intent is not to beat yourself up. The intent is to course correct. Oh, wow, okay, I need to be more mindful of being present with my wife with these 4 characteristics, or my husband. Tomorrow I'll do better. 1% better every day, Kaizen. And that's what we're looking for. And let's just say you do that for a month, and hopefully by the end of the month, you've really embodied that affirmation, that way of being in the world. So you feel good about yourself showing up that way with your spouse, and your spouse affirms that you've actually been doing the work and showing up that way. Awesome. And if for any reason, after a couple of weeks of doing this, there's a misalignment, then we might have to ask the question, is it really important for you to be present with your spouse? And if it really is, then what do you need to do to course correct? What do we need to get you in alignment with that particular value, that particular way of being in the world? That is one practice among many I have my clients do on a regular basis. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, which I hope you are, feel free to follow me on other platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. You want to talk, reach out to me. You can go to my website at michaeldiosterlink.com. It's michaeldiosterlink.com.